So if you've got shit going on in your business that you're not happy with, the root cause will usually be the communication. How it's being, taken by the other person. Now, for me, it happened last night to me, actually. Sadie was downstairs, and she was shouting, "Ma'am," and I was busy doing something upstairs, and all I said was, shouted, "What?" So she came upstairs and said, "What are you shouting at me for?" "I was only shouting you, ma'am, because I've done you a cup of tea." And I said, "I wasn't shouting at you, I was saying what?" She went, "You shouted it like you were really angry with me. What have I done?" I said, "You haven't done anything. I just shouted what? I'm on a thing." She was like, "Oh," but that communication was just me going, like, busy doing something, "What?" And her taking it a completely different way. And then I said, "You hope you're not in a mood, are you?" And she was like, and when there's lack of it, people assume the worst. There's something going on, this isn't right, we don't know what's happening. And then people start to make things up. And just because we can kind of think we've told somebody something once, doesn't actually mean that they were listening to us properly, they remembered it, they took it on board, cared about it, understood it. And this is where a lot of problems happen. Because we can give information, and we've given it, and then somebody can do something wrong, or do it the wrong way, and we think, for fuck's sake, like, I told them, why have they not done that? And that can be a massive breakdown. Because sometimes what can happen is people feel like it's a waste of their time giving the message in the first place. The other person's not cared about it, not took it on board. But there is a rule. If something's really, really important, tell them it 7 times in different ways. Messages. Check in with them. Have you got that? The deadline's coming up. Are you aware of this? And all of that. But what normally happens is communication is the last thing that normally happens in a business. It's like a quick WhatsApp. You forget about something. Messages are flying everywhere. In our business, we were really aware of how much communication was going on, but it needed to be really structured communication because our WhatsApps can go crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it's the way that everybody likes to communicate. But at the same time, it has to be managed as well. Because what we were aware of was that some people were so keen that even after working hours, people would message in the group like 10 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock in the morning. Keen to get things, shared, but then we have to be mindful of everybody else in the group. Some people might be in bed. So we would turn your phone on silent. But it's a way of communicating, and some people might feel like they never came away from the business because it was always there. So communication is key, but it has to be actually monitored in a certain way. And it's really important that you have a structure to your meetings and the way you communicate. So it's not just good enough to go, "Oh, we just come together every single day and we just work." You need to be having structures. So for us, we have weekly meetings that happen, and there'll be a set agenda for that. From that as well, we have quarterly meetings. We have brown shoe days. We have team meetings. And all of these things build on one another. So it's not just an ad hoc like, "Oh, we haven't had a meeting for a while, let's just come together." It's like, right, it's Monday, this meeting happens. Right, Tuesday's marketing meeting. X, Y, and Z, this is what goes on. These teams come together. And it's reported on. So what happens on a Friday is all of the information's pulled. Scott goes and has his brown shoe day. He pulls information. All that information is then shared on a Monday with senior leadership management. And we have our meetings and we talk about things that need to happen. So communication, if you want your business to work, it has to be essential. Because a lot of the time we're so busy, we have everything in our head, and we just kind of blurt it out, and then we expect everybody to remember it or remember exactly what it was we want them to do. And then we leave gaps for people to fill. And then they're not sure of what they need to do. So I want you to think about your business and your company and what's your rhythm. So first of all, describe it. So it might be that you have a meeting on a Monday. It might be that you have team meetings, or you might have one-to-ones, or you might have Zoom meetings on a Tuesday, whatever that is. So I want you to describe it and how it could be better. You might have meetings with your accountants, with your external brokers, with all of your business partners. What does it look like? Is there a strategy to it? Is there an actual rhythm? Or is it just like, "Oh shit, we haven't actually had a meeting for a while"? What does this look like? Is there meetings with your clients? That you do check-ins? Might not be necessary for every single business,